If you're looking for cheap, instant, and reliable Madden Ultimate Team coins, make sure to check out buymutcoins.com and use the discount code RBT for 10% off your purchase. Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, coming at you with another episode of the Tennessee Titans Connected Franchise Series. And yeah, I went back to back with Titans Connected Franchise Series episodes on the channel. I wasn't going to wait till Thursday, but I got to thinking, the last couple weeks, I hadn't been able to do multiple episodes per week of the series, so I was like, you know what? Let's perform a sneak attack on my subscribers and come back to back days with the series. And after this episode, well, today we're doing the NFL draft, but after today's episode, we're going to be able to get into the preseason. And you know what that means. In the comment section below, I want you guys to suggest trades that you want me to try to make at the start of next episode, and the ones with the most thumbs up will be the ones that I try to make in next episode, and you will have a chance to have your comment featured in next episode. And I'm excited to try to go back to back with Super Bowl victories. And what I'm planning on doing with the preseason, in the first season of the series, I did separate episodes for each preseason game. I'm probably going to do 2 episodes for the preseason so we can quickly get into the regular season. And if you guys still are enjoying the series, and if you guys appreciate me coming back to back with episodes of the series, if we could smash 1,000 likes on today's episode, guys, that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And today, guys, we're doing the NFL draft, so we're going to be seeing what rookies are going to be in the squad. We have like 7 draft picks, 2 first rounders, 2 fifths, and I think like 3 sevenths. So we might be able to get some gems, and you might be wondering why I still have 242 points available. I've scouted everybody I want to scout, and that would just be a waste of time to scout the rest of the players. So we're going to advance. You probably disagree with me, but we're going to advance to the draft and see how this goes. I've never done an NFL draft on Madden 17, so this is going to be a first for me. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can get some good picks. Definitely looking for some defensive tackles, looking for a cornerback, a wide receiver. So first of all, there's still some pretty good free agents out there that I could potentially try to sign maybe in the preseason and just try to give them a roster spot. We'll have to see. I'll go over them later on. And just in case you're wondering where some of the players signed in the offseason, Jefferson went to the Dolphins, Khalil went to the Lions, Martellus Bennett goes back to the Bears. That's pretty cool. Theo Riddick with the Bills. He's up to an 81 overall. Luke Joeckel also with the Dolphins. Dolphins making some pretty good signings. Kendall Wright to the Chiefs. Anybody else? Blair Walsh to the Cardinals. Jared Cook, a former Titan, with the Cowboys. Kamar Aiken goes to the Browns. Sad for him. Larry Donald back to the Giants. And Shane Vereen to the Eagles, Nikovic to the Cardinals, and there's just really not that many free agents to highlight because it's just wasn't really a good free agent class. Pretty sad because I wanted to sign some good free agents and I could only get a couple. But I think we did add some pretty quality. Isaiah Crowell went to the Giants, but I think we added some pretty quality players to the team that will definitely help us out for this upcoming season. So with that said, guys, I think it's time to just jump right into the NFL draft. I have some prospects on the watch list, and I just hope this is the first time, so hopefully it goes well. Start drafting. Let's see how this goes, guys. I'm relatively nervous, so the draft has began, and I guess I should just skip here in a second, but I want to show you my draft board really quick and show you the top guys I have in terms of the watch players. There's a really good cornerback right here, Jaquan Nelson. If I can get him, I definitely will. He had like an amazing combine. He is the fastest cornerback, good vertical jump, and he just had a really good combine, 7.7 grade, and he was projected an early first rounder, but like his top 3 skills aren't that good, so it's kind of hard to see, like kind of hard to judge if you want a guy that had a good combine or if his skills are pretty good. Now this wide receiver Cortez Lewis, he looks very freaking good. Not the fastest in the world, but had a good combine, has pretty good top 3 skills, so he could be a guy I try to get. And this guy, Davion Battles, another guy I'm intrigued, had a pretty good combine. He's 6'6", with A- bet catch. He's a big receiver from Louisville, so maybe we could try to get him. And here's some other guys on my watch list. But there's not that many good defensive tackles, guys. There really isn't. So I don't know, like, there's only one defensive tackle projected to go in the first round, late in the first round. But we need a defensive tackle. He's, I think, by far the best defensive tackle, not only because he was the highest one on the board, but like he had the best combine easily. If you look at those stats, first in the 40-yard dash, so he's athletic. He's definitely the fastest one. He's almost the strongest one too, 5th strongest in terms of bench press reps, but He might be who I try to get, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But nobody, I don't think, that I had on my board has been drafted yet. So we might as well just go ahead and just skip to my pick, which is at 11. So we actually had a pretty high draft pick. So we're going to skip ahead in the draft to next user pick. Hopefully, watch me screw something up. But hopefully that cornerback doesn't get picked, because that might be who I want to get. Why is it not skipping? There it goes. He just got picked. Is that who it was? Is that who it was? We're pausing the draft because I want as much time as possible, but I think he just got picked. And that sucks, guys. That sucks pretty freaking bad. So it's time to make our pick. It is time to make our pick. And yes, he was freaking drafted, dude. God dang it. Oh, that sucks. That freaking sucks, dude. I definitely wanted to try to get that cornerback. Man, there's only a couple guys left with first round grades that I have watched. Like this guy I had on there because he had like a really good combine. We don't even really need an outside linebacker though, although we could potentially move him to middle linebacker. He's 6'5", 243. Do we go with like best player available? Or do I go with a position of need and get this guy Davion Battle? He's a late first rounder though. He didn't have that great of a combine. Man, I'm in a bind. I am in some kind of bind. Like, nobody's jumping out at me. Like, if this was a later pick, I would try to get this guy, Deshaunte Austin. But I think I might wait. But I don't know. Do I bite the bullet and go ahead and make sure I get this guy at defensive tackle? And then maybe get one of these guys later. There's only one middle linebacker that is a first round grade, although it looks really freaking good. But now his talent says early third rounder, so now I'm confused. So why does it say he's a projected late first rounder, but his talent is an early third rounder? But he had a good combine, so I'm in a bind in terms of him too. God, guys, what does a man do? What does a man do? Do I go with this wide receiver? Do I go with this wide receiver? Man, oh man, you know what? I would pick this guy, but he just didn't have that good of a combine. Like, in terms of his rankings, he didn't do good. He had a decent grade, so I'm definitely in a bind. Like, do I go ahead and get the smart pick and a defensive tackle, or do I get Davion Battle? I know you guys want me to get a wide receiver. I know you guys are screaming at me, telling me to get a wide receiver. These are the wide receivers on the board. This guy, Cordorius Carson, had a better combine grade, but I would kind of rather go with the taller guy at 6'6". Oh, man. He has a really good spec catch. You know what, guys? I'm going to take my chances. He's not the fastest in the world. He had the 32nd best 40-yard dash in the combine, but we're going to get Davion Battle. He's drafted. He's a 78 overall, so it could have been a lot worse. He has 89 speed, which isn't that bad, honestly. 91 spec catch, 91 jumping. Awareness is kind of low. Pretty good catching traffic. So he is ranked 30 on the true talent board, and I drafted him at 11, so I reached big time. God dang it, dude. Well, that sucks. So I'm definitely going to try to get that defensive tackle with the 27th pick. Hopefully he's still there, dude. I really hope he's still there. I don't think I'm going to trade up because I don't really have, I think, what it takes to trade up. Because I only have like a 5th round draft picks and a couple 7th. So we're going to skip ahead in the draft, next user pick, and I hope to God he's still there. Please still be there. Please still be there. He got picked. He got picked. Wow. Wow, dude. God dang it, man. Why did somebody pick him? Why did somebody have to pick him? I think 2 defensive tackles got picked. God freaking dang it, dude. Oh, wait. No. Oh, frick. I thought, man. Oh, freaking man. He's an early 2nd rounder. He had only a 6.4 grade. Now I'm in a bind. I am in a freaking bind, guys. In terms of wide receivers, got some 2nd round grades, but I don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do. We could take a middle linebacker right here, this guy. See, I don't know what to do, though, because he's projected a late 1st rounder, but his talent says early 3rd rounder, but his combine report is pretty freaking good. And now we have this left outside linebacker that is projected a mid 1st rounder, but we don't really need an outside linebacker, though. But we just go with best available and then just get a defensive tackle later on in the draft. Oh, dude. I think I might just get this guy. I think he's the best available. Had a good combine grade. I could move him inside to middle linebacker. And you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. Best available. He's pretty fast for a linebacker as well. Probably going to have like 85 speed or something like that. And he's pretty strong too. We're going to draft him and see. He's a 79 overall, 85 speed. I was right on. He looks okay. 89 tackling, 87 block shedding, 87 hit power is pretty freaking good too. So I think it was a decent pick. I definitely think it was a decent pick. We can move him to middle linebacker and hopefully he can develop pretty well. And I don't think I have another pick like the 5th round, guys. So this is where we're in quite a bind. I might try to trade up in the 2nd round and try to get that defensive tackle because we definitely need a freaking defensive tackle. So guys, actually we really want to try to trade up and get that defensive tackle because I mean that's like our biggest position to need and we've yet to fill it. Defensive tackle, only have one left on my board that I actually have on my watch list, and it's this guy. He had a good combine. He was a talent. It says he was a 1st round talent. He's projected a mid-2nd rounder, but he had an amazing combine. He's relatively fast for a defensive tackle, very athletic. I want to get this guy, but what's it going to take to trade up to get him? Connor Darden. He's like the 3rd best available defensive tackle, so maybe we can wait since he's 3rd on the board, like in terms of available. So I might actually wait until these two guys get picked and then try to trade up and get Connor Darden. That's going to be the move. And if worst comes to worst, if for some reason he gets picked before any of these guys do, I might just bite the bullet and still trade up and then try to decide who I think is the better out of these two and then try to pick one of these. But in terms of like combine grade, dude, in the top 3 stats or top 3 skills, he looks like the best one, easy. And one of them just got picked. So that's kind of scary. Antonio Copeland's the only one left. So whenever Antonio Copeland gets picked, that is when I'm going to try to trade up. And he just got picked. They went back to back. We're pausing the draft 100%. I'm going to try to trade up. So guys, I'm going to try to trade with the 49ers. They need a quarterback and a left outside linebacker. Brett Hundley, I mean, I know he's a good backup, but we can get somebody else to groom as a backup quarterback. Maybe even draft a quarterback late in the draft to have as our backup quarterback. Marcus Golden, he got signed off the practice squad. He's decent, but I think we'll be okay. We just drafted an outside linebacker, so, I mean, we should be okay there, although we're going to move him to middle linebacker. But let's just see how interested they are, and it's not very interested at all. This is going to be very hard. We might not be able to do this, guys, unless we trade away somebody I don't want to trade away. This might actually be very freaking hard. Maybe our 5th round draft pick as well, and it's like in the orange, dude. Guys, do I do this? Do I do this? I absolutely love Devin Funchess. I love him, but I think defensive tackle, we just drafted a wide receiver. I think defensive tackle is more of a need. We just basically drafted a wide receiver who is a better overall than Devin Funchess, and he's pretty much the exact same player. Like, he's just as probably taller, and he's just a good deep threat, good red zone threat. I don't want to trade Devin Funchess away, but this is the only way I see this happening. The only way I see this happening, and it's still not going to happen. So do we actually trade away? Oh my god, dude. Do I add in Marcus Golden as well? Do I add him in? Because I got to make this go through. I got to get this defensive tackle, and it's still not even close, dude. It's still not close. Come on, 49ers. Stop making this so difficult on me. Devin Funchess in the 5th rounder for your 2nd round draft pick. Come on, 49ers. And it's still not going to happen, dude. God, this is going to be rather freaking difficult. What about Brett Hundley as well? It's in the green now, guys. It is in the freaking green. I don't know what to do, though. So, guys, I'm trying to work some magic because I've got to trade up to get this defensive tackle. So, I'm trying to get whatever I can from some of these teams. They're just, like, interested in nobody I have to offer, man. So, even Brett Hundley, nobody's interested in him. So, I'm trying to get, like, the minimum amount I can possibly... Well, I'm trying to get the maximum amount, obviously. But there's just nothing great out there I can get for Brett Hundley. Like, they're not even wanting to give me a 3rd rounder for next year. So this is going to take... Oh, this is going to be difficult, man. I don't know. There's one thing I can think of I can do, and you guys would absolutely hate me if I did it. You guys would absolutely just hate me if I did it. But we might have to do it, guys. There's going to be no other way I can trade up. You guys are going to honestly hate me. You guys are honestly going to hate me if I do this. But guys, I have to be honest with myself. Like, this is... We have some good wide receivers now. we signed Willie Snead. We drafted a wide receiver. And I know Stephon Diggs is like our best wide receiver, but like we have one defensive tackle. We have one. We have one. And this is the only way this is going to go through. It's still not going to go through. It's still not going to go through. I'm going to still have to like add in a 5th round draft pick. Dude, this is insane what it's going to take to get him. A 5th round draft pick as well. Just please go through. God dang it, dude. God freaking dang it. But like in next year's 6, just give me your freaking pick, dude. Everybody's gonna hate me as it is, and it's still taking more than I thought it was gonna take. You guys are gonna hate me even more if I end up having to trade Brett Hundley. So maybe I try trading away Golden, and if he doesn't like make this deal go through, I'm gonna have to trade away Brett Hundley. And I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to. God dang it, dude. Brett Hundley, Stephon Diggs, and my 5th round draft pick just to trade up to get a defensive tackle. Wow, dude. I think this is going to go through. And it still doesn't. God dang, dude. God dang. It's going to go through now that I added in my better 5th round draft pick. But the amount that it's actually going to take to get the 2nd round draft pick. And it was accepted. Oh, man. I really did not want to trade away Stephon Diggs. And I know the amount of hate I'm going to get. But I had to be smart. I had to be smart with what I did. Now we're going to have to probably draft a quarterback. But now we have the pick. Now we can make my selection. I hope it was worth it. I really hope this defensive tackle was worth it, dude. Can I just make a good pick here and get this defensive tackle and just get it over with? Connor Darden, please, from UCLA, don't be awful. Draft player. He's a 78 overall, which I guess that's not bad for a rookie, which actually was a pretty good pick. It says it's a good pick. He's ranked 24th in the true talent, and you drafted him at 39. So I think, I mean, obviously it's a good value pick. So was it worth trading away an 80 overall wide receiver? I don't know. We got like the same amount of talent like in value, but it was for a more needed position since we already drafted a wide receiver. So now we're in the late rounds to my next pick in round 5, and hopefully we can get somebody half decent here in round 5. I don't even know if anybody in my watch list is still there. We have a couple guys, but are they actually worth it? There's guys that I've scouted that have very good combine grades, but is it somebody that I try to draft right now? We can get this guy, Raphael Friedman, maybe in the 7th round. Like, look at his... He's projected a late 7th round. We could get him in the 7th round, dude. He doesn't have good top 3 skills, but look at his combine grade. His combine report is amazing. The fastest cornerback out of the draft. A really good broad jump, the best in the draft. Good 3-cone, good 20-yard shuttle. Decently strong 4'8" cornerback. So this guy could be a steal in the 7th round. That might be my next pick. But like, these are positions I really don't need. So what I need to be, maybe even a quarterback at this point. I didn't watch any quarterbacks, but the available quarterbacks are all projected to be undrafted, and they all look awful. They all look absolutely freaking awful, dude. Wow. So that kind of sucks. So maybe I just get an undrafted quarterback. I don't know. I'm in a bind. Do we try to get a wide receiver because I just traded away Stephon Diggs? Although I think we are okay at wide receiver. Nobody amazing. But look at this guy, though. Fernando Martz from Wyoming. Best broad jump. Best vertical jump, so he can jump pretty freaking high. But, man, I don't know, though. I don't know. Nobody else really stands out to me. Look at maybe another position of need. Maybe look at defensive tackles. Maybe somebody, a 4th guy that was projected to go in the 4th round is still available. Rich Hayden. He didn't have that good of a combine, though. And his top 3 skills look decent. Another guy from UCLA, so he'll be pairing up with his UCLA teammate, but his talent says undrafted, but he's projected a 4th rounder, so I don't know if I want to try to actually get him. This guy, though, Wesley Harrelson, at a 6.3 combine grade, and his combine looks amazing, dude. He's like one of the strongest in the league. I didn't scout him all the way, though, but maybe it's a guy I try to get. He's probably going to get picked here very soon because he's projected an early 6th rounder. This is late in the 5th round, but maybe look at a middle linebacker really quick. You guys told me to draft middle linebackers late, and that might be what I do. This guy looks like a very good middle linebacker too, Brady Henry. Oh, so maybe I go after a middle linebacker, that cornerback, and I don't know, maybe a wide receiver in the 7th round. I think I have 3 7th round draft picks. This guy too, Sanchez Fintukin. Fenton from Oklahoma. He had a good combine. But I think I might as well just go ahead and draft that defensive tackle. In the 7th round, do I get Casey Roach, who had a very good combine? Or do I get Raphael Friedman? They both had very good combines, dude. Well, I might actually probably should go after this guy because he has better press and zone coverage. That's a smart thing to do. A little bit smaller, just an inch, but I think he could be the move. Watch this guy be like a 90 overall. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just go ahead and draft that other defensive tackle, and I think we should be good on that front. I could go with this guy, who is a little bit bigger, but he has a worse combine grade, and his talent is projected, like, undrafted. So that's definitely not good. I didn't scout this guy all the way, so who should I go with, dude? Like, I'm in a bind. Like, his pursuit's lower, but this guy had such a good combine. You know what? I think I'm going to pick this guy, Wesley Harrelson from FIU. Gonna draft him, and he's a 69 effing overall. Excellent pick. Wesley is ranked 89th in true talent, and you drafted him at 156. So, I mean, I guess it was a good pick, like, in terms of that, but he's 69 overall, though. Like, that's not what I wanted to get. That's definitely not what I wanted to get. So we'll go ahead and skip ahead in the draft to my next pick. So I do have 3 7th round draft picks. So cornerback, maybe you get both those cornerbacks. I don't know. Look at this guy, though. The best guy available. He looks average in terms of his combine report. I didn't scout him. He's projected a late 5th rounder, but he's still there. This guy had a very good combine, though. Like, man, what does a man do? What does a man do in a situation such as this? The other cornerback was already drafted. So I think I'm going to get this guy, Raphael Friedman. He had a very good combine, dude. Like, look at those. He was top 10 in every, well, top 8, basically, in every single combine event. His top 3 skills don't look that good, though. I'm going to take a chance at Raphael Friedman. We're going to draft you, bro, and he's a 68. He's very fast, decent man, decent zone, catching's low, but, like, I know his overall is kind of low, but I don't know. I think he looks pretty good. He's ranked 241 in true overall talent. I drafted him at 202, so that's not good, but it says it's a good pick, so that's interesting. But, I don't know. He looks good to me. Fast. He's very fast. I know that. Maybe he could be our kick and punt returner since we no longer have Stephon Diggs. So, let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next pick, next user pick. And we're probably going to try to get a wide receiver maybe, or that middle linebacker. We'll have to see. Make this selection and see what we can do with this pick. One of these wide receivers. Wait, did that guy get drafted that I wanted? No. Did he get drafted? He did. Who drafted him? Oh, there he is. The freaking March dude from the Falcons. The effing Falcons, dude. God, and I really wanted to get him too, man. So do we try going after a middle linebacker and get that, maybe that Raphael guy as the very last pick? I think we should go with this guy, Brady Henry, because he has 3 stats in B-. Better combine grade than Christian Sims. So Brady Henry, like, that's actually a pretty good combine. He is top 10 in everything, every single stat, or every single event in the combine. So Brady Henry, be okay. Just be not like a 64 overall. That's not what I wanted you to be. That's not what I wanted you to be, dude. 361 in true talent. Oh, how's that a good pick? God dang, that's effing awful. He's 88 speed, though. Like, maybe he's a good user guy. His tackling's good, his speed's good, his hit power's good, but everything else sucks. Man, this is not going good. This is not going good at all. So we'll advance to next user pick. A last pick of the draft. I might just try to go after a wide receiver just to try to help out there. Oh, man. Oh, freaking man. What do we do, boys? What do we do in a situation such as this? We're definitely going to sign an undrafted free agent quarterback because there's no point drafting one of these guys because they're absolutely pathetic. So do I just go after the guy, Raphael Wadsworth, that was a projected late 5th rounder? For some reason, nobody's drafted him. He's fell all the way to like he's about to go undrafted if I don't pick him. Or do we go with this speedster? How's he a speed wide receiver and he had a 4.51 in the 40? The 24th fastest 40 out of the draft. So he's not really that fast. Although his 3-cone and his 20-yard shuttle is pretty fast. He's very, very weak, though. 9 reps on the bench press. So we're going to go with this guy, Raphael Wadsworth. Just don't be awful. There's a reason he's dropped all the way down to the 7th round. We're going to draft him 63 effing overall. God dang it. No wonder, dude. You're trash. You're effing trash. No wonder nobody got you. How are you going to be a projected 5th round draft pick and be a 63 overall? Jesus Christ, this went awful. This went freaking awful, dude. Let's go ahead and advance to the end of the draft. That didn't go too good. Like, we got some decent players. The best pick, I think, was once we traded up for that defensive tackle because he had like the 20th best overall. But that just, God, dude. Some of these picks I made late. Oh, that was pretty freaking bad, dude. Let me know in the comments, like, what's the best overall draft pick you've gotten, and if you got anybody very good late in the draft. Like, I've seen some pictures on Twitter and such where people got like 70 and 80 overalls in like the 7th, 6th round, so that sucks. So I'm pretty sure this was the cornerback that I wanted to draft, and he ended up not being as good as I thought he was going to be. Yeah, 79 overall, yeah, that's freaking good, and he would have started right away. But I thought he was going to be like an 80, so I thought I missed out on like an absolute beast. But he had not, look at those speed stats though, 95 speed, 93 excel, 91 agility, so he would have been good. Look at this absolute stud. The Browns got themselves an 82 overall, Ralston Driver from Oklahoma. So let's see if he starts to regress now that he got drafted. They drafted the quarterback in the 1st and 2nd round. The Browns are going to brown. As I was saying, look at this. They got a 70 overall tight end in the 7th round. I'm getting 63 overalls. Things could be worse, though. I could have been the Cardinals, or I could have been the Chiefs and drafted a 66 overall middle linebacker in the 2nd round, or it could have been the Falcons and could have only had 4 picks and used 2 of them on 78 overall tight ends. But they also got this guy that I wanted, Fernando March, and he ended up being a 68 overall, which would have been a lot better than the last guy that we drafted. Or it could have been the Jaguars and drafted a 59 overall quarterback in the 4th round of the draft, so things could have gone a lot worse. So I've been looking through like the draft recap for every team, and honestly, like, our draft stacks up like just as good as the rest of the teams. Like, a lot of the teams did pretty freaking awful, and I think we did pretty good. Like, the best player I think I saw was an 82 or 83 that was a quarterback. And aside from that, there's like maybe one position that had a player over 80. So I guess 78 and 79 overall isn't that bad. I was just trying to hope to get somebody that ended up being an absolute freaking beast. So I did change that outside linebacker that we drafted to Marcus Calhoun to middle linebacker, and his overall stayed exactly the same. It might actually went up. He might have been a 78. But regardless, he's still very good, and he's going to be starting for us right away as our 2nd middle linebacker. And now that makes our Zach Brown signing and Max Blug signing seem absolutely worthless. But maybe what we could do in that draft pick, like, I don't even know what we're going to do with him. Probably just put him to the practice squad. But now we only have 2 left outside linebackers, so maybe let me know in the comment section below which one of these 3 linebackers you think I should convert to left outside linebacker, because I think we definitely need to do so, but I'm not sure which one. And one of these guys we might end up cutting or trading away. So it was all up to you guys, so let me know in the comments. But with all that said, guys, that brings us to week 1 of the preseason, and you guys know what to do. Leave your suggestions for trades you think I need to make at the beginning of the next episode in the comment section below, and the ones with the most thumbs up will be the ones that I try to make at the beginning of next episode. But that's going to do it, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I think the draft went okay. Hopefully you did enjoy it regardless, but I think it went okay. Let me know what you think, what you would grade my draft in the comment section below. I would say probably like a B- or a C+. Not awful, but not really amazing, but we did get some pretty decent players. So let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But with all that said, that's going to do it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. Got a burp a little bit, but I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.